Good day, this is John from Damn Best. I just wanted to do another little short video on our new float bolt system so that people can see just how easy it is to adjust. We've been sending out more and more of the carburetors and no one's actually asked because it seems to be pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to do another little video so people can see some of the better aspects of the new float bolt. Once again, the inner window allows the needle and seat to have 360 degrees exposure so that it empties well. And the same thing on the top, which I'll show you in a second. So usually what I use to line it up, and like I say, this is not going to be a really long video because it doesn't take a huge long explanation, is I use the parting line on the float, and usually the glass is in the window. Actually, I can screw one in. Hold on. So you can see exactly what I do. So I'll just screw one in without the seal on it right now. And I've also, when I assemble the carburetors, I moved the sight glass to the throttle linkage side. It just seemed like over time it just was more logical. When you're working the throttle, you can just easily look at the fuel through the sight glass, so I moved it over. So when you see it come an assembled carburetor, the sight glasses are on the linkage side. I know that's unusual, but it just makes more sense. You're working the throttle, you can look down in the sight glass, each time without any problems. And what I usually use, as the baseline seems pretty good, is to put the parting line right on the bottom of the sight glass. A 3/4 inch wrench loosens the cap right there, and just screw that out. And this is where the channel is. It gets 360 degrees of fuel delivery around the top of the window, so there's no closing the window off as you rotate it and try to find the proper height. Now a small little Allen wrench loosens the set screw. Now this doesn't have to be too tight. All it does is keep the needle and seat from revolving as you're screwing it in, the cap into the float bolt, and the little O-ring has to go in. So you're not screwing the needle and seat up the cap as you're screwing the cap in. So it just has to have a little light pressure on it. And usually what I do is I line up the non-windows, the window here, the little space between the windows, with the set screw. And if I want to make it so it's shorter, I just go one window or two, one half turn or two half turns at a time. Like right now, I figure 2 half turns, and that's just what I use at the beginning. Screw it back in and take a peek. And bingo. It's right where I want it. And that's as much trouble as it takes in the beginning. So it's a super easy adjustment. I know the other ones have the screw and the little nut on the top, but there's, the nature of doing that, you have no 360 degree fuel delivery on the top of the needle and seat. It's a little chamfer in there for the O-ring, so just the outside of the chamfer. There's 360 degrees ability to fill the needle and seat. So in order to bring the float bolt into 2017, development technology and be able to fuel some of these engines, there's single 4-barrel that make in excess of 1,200 horsepower. This was just the next things that we needed to do. So it's very simple in nature. There's no inner thing. The shaft comes through you can see the shaft there, through the side, underneath the fitting. So it's been well thought out. Keep things simple. And we can move or reposition any of these things based on customer specific needs. So it's a super little easy thing. The whole thing came out super nice. Thanks for watching.